Alright, so here we go. Number 5. First thing we're going to do is add the 8, and that gives us 6y is less than or equal to 18. Divide by 6, and that's a y is less than or equal to 3. So starting at 3, and it's a closed circle, filled in circle pointing to the left. Here, again, we just have to add or subtract terms to end up with our variable on one side and numbers on the other. I'd like to have my variable on the left, but then there's that whole divide by the negative thing, so it doesn't really matter which way you do this. But I'm going to add 4x to both sides, and that gives me negative 4x minus 3 is less than or greater than or equal to 5. Now I'm going to add 3, and I get negative 4x is greater than or equal to 8. Divide both sides by a negative 4, and that requires switching the inequality because I divided by a negative. Alright, and that gives me x is less than or equal to negative 2. So from negative 2 and everything that is less than that, so to the left, would be the correct answer. Here we have, this is very similar to number 2 where I could distribute first or deal with this fraction first. This is a negative, so I'm going to multiply by a negative 5 on both sides. I'm going to multiply by a negative 5, and if I do that here, I got to multiply this entire side by a negative 5. Alright, notice I didn't just multiply the 9. It's going to multiply both terms, this whole side and this whole side. In fact, let's think of it this way. I'm going to take this side and do times negative 5. This has two terms on this side, so I have to do times negative 5 times negative 5. So negative 1/5 times negative 5 just reduces to a 1 over 1. Alright, so I don't need that 1 over 1. I can just write x minus 5 is greater than negative 5x. Minus times a minus is a positive 45 there. So now I add 5x to both sides, and I get 6x minus 5 is greater than 45. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Whoa, that's a 5, trust me. 6 is greater than 50. Alright, so now, now I divide both sides by 6, and oh my goodness, I have a fraction, but that's okay. Fractions are people too. So we get an x is equal to 25 over 3, which is approximately 8.3. It's exactly 8.3 repeating. So if this is 8 and this is 9, then x is greater than that. We would have our circle here pointing to the right. Here we're going to have to distribute, then move terms. So we have 12x minus 6 is greater than, don't forget to multiply both terms, 12x minus 30. So I'm going to subtract 12x from both sides, and I get negative 6 is greater than negative 30. That has no variables left and is always true. So that means we have all real numbers are our answers here. So all real numbers is the correct answer there.